Hello, my name's Sid2 and I'm an architect and HERS accredited assessor. And this video is a brief demonstration of a project that we've been working on that we currently call Accurate. In a nutshell, it's a Sketchup plugin that allows you to create three-dimensional models that can be imported directly into Accurate to complete a house energy rating. To give you some background as to how this plugin came about, I became an accredited assessor back in 2010. And one of the most frustrating things I find working as an assessor is having to manually enter all of the data to describe a building into the house energy rating software in order to complete an assessment. That typically involves printing off a copy of the architectural drawings, getting a scale rule and a highlighter, and then measuring, entering, and marking off every wall, door, window, floor, ceiling, roof, until you'd captured all of the building data to then be able to do an energy rating assessment. As I'm sure you can appreciate, that's a very time-consuming process, and it's also prone to errors and inconsistencies based on how well you've measured the drawings and how you've entered that data into the rating software. What we started to do very early on was to create simple SketchUp models that we could then extract all of the lengths, areas, and volumes from to enter into the house energy rating software. On screen, you can see a typical example of the kind of models that we would build. This is a three-zone model, and there's a feature of SketchUp called the outliner that allows you to group objects and arrange them in your model. There's the living dining, here's the bathroom, and there's the bedroom. And then each of these groups or zones is made up of individual elements. If I double click on the bedroom zone, you'll see that there's a floor, there's a wall or a series of walls, and a roof/ceiling. There's also a door that we've assigned a different colored material to. And in this bathroom zone over here, you'll see that we've got a window to which we've assigned a transparent material. Once we've created these simple SketchUp models, by selecting elements in the model, we can derive measurements. So for example, if I select this bathroom zone, in this palette here, which is called the Entity Info palette, you'll see it reports back the volume of 28.8 cubic meters. If I double click inside that zone, you'll see that the ceiling has an area of 12 square meters, and the wall has an area of 7.2 square meters. And that was the data that we could then enter into Accurate in order to help improve the accuracy of our energy rating assessments. However, we still had to enter the data manually from the SketchUp model into the house energy rating software. So I spoke to my colleague and friend, Dr. Mark Pittman from ODS Engineering, to see if he could create a plugin that will allow us to extract the data automatically from the SketchUp model and import that directly into Accurate. And that's what I'm about to demonstrate to you now. So having created our SketchUp model, the first thing we need to do is select all of the objects that we wish to include as part of the export to Accurate. Then go to the Plugins menu, Accurate, and select Export.Profile. That opens the following dialog box where I type in my username and my password, and it prompts me to upload what's called an XML file. Now when I activated the plugin, it automatically created the XML file from my SketchUp model, and it saved it to the desktop. Here it is. Open. Before I click Convert though, I'd just like to explain a little bit about what an XML file is. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, and it's very similar to HTML, which is the language used for creating web pages. I can open it up in a browser, such as Internet Explorer, and it looks a little bit like this. This is the XML file that's been created from the SketchUp model. It's a text-based file that describes all of the elements that make up that SketchUp model, such as the zone name, its volume, area, walls, orientation, so on and so forth, capturing all of that data from the SketchUp model. That's the file we're going to upload to the Accurate converter, which is sent off to our online server, processes the XML file, and creates the Accurate data file. It prompts us to save that. I'll save it to the desktop. Call it example. Click Save, and it's done. Load up Accurate Sustainability, File, Open, find my file, and there's the file created from the Sketchup model. Now, the project information page isn't particularly interesting, but if I click on the zones page, you'll see there's 1, 2, 3 zones, and the names, volumes, and ceiling heights all have been derived directly from the Sketchup model. If I click on the Elements tab, for the bathroom zone, you can see the external walls are all present with their orientations, lengths, heights, and if there's any windows in the wall, they've been captured as well, including the height, the width, and the horizontal offset. Now, our SketchUp plugin for Accurate is only in a beta testing version. There's a couple of things that it doesn't do yet, such as wing walls and shading, but these are about to be implemented in the plugin, so it won't be long before we can extract all of the data from the SketchUp model and bring it directly into Accurate. If you'd like some more information about our plugin, send me an email. The address is sid, S-I-D, at ods-engineering.com, and we look forward to showing you more features for our SketchUp plugin for Accurate. Thanks for watching.